What is the solar system? Well, in our first impression, it is made up by the Sun and a group of planets. But is that all the solar system has? If you Google solar system, you can find it is made up of our star, the Sun, and everything bound to its gravity. The planets Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Dwarf planets Pluto, Ceres, Makemake, Haumea, and Eris, along with hundreds of moons and millions of asteroids, comets, and meteoroids. What are those? Okay, let's talk about them one by one. The Sun, as the only star in the solar system, has a humongous of mass and gravity. In some degrees, mass and gravity are quite the same thing, because they can convert to each other through Newton's law of universal gravitation. We can also calculate the Sun's mass and gravity through this formula. Due to the mass of the Sun, it has this amount of kilograms, which is 332,950 times the mass of the Earth. 99.86% of the total mass of the solar system. So, it will not be surprising that the Sun can attract even the farthest planet, Neptune, although it is about 4.5 billion kilometers away from the Sun and has a mass of about 17 Earth. Inside the Sun, nuclear reaction happening all the time. It gives the light and heat to every object orbiting it. For the Earth, the Sun is the brightest star as viewed from Earth. The Earth, the planet we are, everyone is familiar with it. Earth is a rocky planet inside the solar system. Rocky planets or terrestrial planets. Terrestrial comes from the Latin root terra, which means earth. Terrestrial planets means Earth-like planets. Beside the Earth, there are 3 more rocky planets: Mercury, Venus, and Mars. All of them have a high density, and the Earth has the highest density and the biggest size. Well, not as high and as big as the Sun though. A lot of units in astronomy is based on the Earth. For example, astronomical unit, which is the average distance between the Sun and the Earth, and gravitational force equivalent. Simply, it can measure the force the planet attracts an object. Then, let's talk about the smallest one. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun and also the smallest planet in the solar system. But also because of that, in the past, scientists thought it was tidal-locked by the Sun. Well, that actually happened between the Earth and the Moon. To put it simply, we can say that the gravitation of the Earth holds the Moon, so one side of the Moon will always face the Earth. The other side will never show to viewers. For Mercury, because of the distance between the Sun and itself is too far, it has not been tidal-locked like the Moon, but captured into 3-2 spin orbits. Its orbital revolution is 18.8 Earth days, and its rotation is 59 Earth days. Although the distance between the Sun and the Mercury is not that close, but it is still easy for the Sun to heat it up, so that Mercury's surface temperature can reach more than 420 Celsius degrees during the daytime, but lower than negative 170 degrees during nighttime. That's because it has almost no atmosphere. Well, Venus has the heaviest atmosphere made by carbon dioxide. That makes the average surface temperature to 462 degrees. It is the hottest planet in the solar system, although it has almost the same size and mass as the Earth. But look at the picture. Why are they different? Well, the picture we usually see is the appearance of the Venus under its atmosphere. The picture here is the Venus covered by its atmosphere. It is the 3rd brightest astronomical body as observed on Earth. Even in a modern city, you may see its figure in the night. Mars is also a bright astronomical body as observed from Earth. Compared to Venus, which is similar to the Earth on appearance, Mars is only about half the size of the Earth, but unlike Venus, conditions on Mars are more suitable for humans. The average surface temperature is -63. However, it is way better than positive 462 degrees, and it is easier for humans to increase its temperature in a specific area instead of cooling down. Also, because of its axial tilt, or the angle of its rotation, 4 seasons appears on Mars as well. Now, the presence of oxygen in Mars' atmosphere is too low. Almost no oxygen present. Luckily, we have already found some way to convert the little amounts of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere to oxygen. Maybe in the future, we might be able to live on Mars. On Mars, you can see 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos. They are irregular in shape because their mass is too small to make themselves a regular sphere. Scientists think they were attracted by Mars and they used to be in the asteroid belt. You might think, just like the other 4 planets we have mentioned, Jupiter is right after Mars. But actually, the distance between Mars and Jupiter is about 2.5 times the distance between Mars and the Sun. Between them is the asteroid belt. On the planet, we divide astronomical bodies into dwarf planet, asteroid, meteoroid, comet, and cosmic dust. Dwarf planets orbit a star, and their gravity can keep liquid shape on their surface, so they're usually a sphere. But they cannot clear other bodies on their orbits like a planet. Bodies smaller than dwarf planets and larger than several meters divide into asteroids and comets. Comets are usually made up by ice, whereas asteroids are usually made up by rocks and minerals. And comets can be smaller than asteroids. Bodies smaller than asteroids are meteoroids, and they're smaller than asteroids but still visible. Cosmic dust are usually invisible for humans because their size can be as small as 0.01 millimeter. Back to asteroid belt, it is a space where asteroids present frequently. Although asteroids are literally everywhere inside the solar system, but there is one exception inside the asteroid belts, that is Sirius. Now there is still controversy about its belonging. Is an asteroid or a dwarf planet. However, for the asteroid belts, 1/3 of its mass is contributed by Sirius. Although it has only 1% of the mass of the Moon, 27% of the size of the Moon. Some of those asteroids were tracked by Jupiter and became its moon. However, that's what we're going to talk about in the next video. See you next time.